Hell Motel, Season 1 Episode 2 Recap and Breakdown, Ending Explained. Episode 2 of Hell Motel opens with a look into the past, where Portia and Ruby are seen purchasing the Cold River Motel. Right from the beginning, there's tension. Portia is wary, feeling uneasy about the place. Ruby, however, is brimming with enthusiasm. To her, this isn't just a property, it's a potential true crime goldmine. A place where something terrible happened? That's the perfect setting for content, storytelling, maybe even fame. Portia clearly loves Ruby, but is becoming increasingly disturbed by her obsession with murder and mayhem. Ruby's fixation is more than just a hobby. It's beginning to twist the very fabric of their relationship.
Do you think the murder, the original murder, has come back?
Chaos erupts after the fire. Back in the present day, the guests are drenched in rain and terror as they gather around the flaming wreckage of the RV. What was meant to be a chill getaway is now looking like a descent into hell, quite literally. Tensions flare as the group begins accusing each other, and especially the motel owners, of foul play. Shirley and Floyd urge the group not to flee into the surrounding woods, framing their warning as concern for everyone's safety. But Crow senses there's something off. Their calm demeanor, their eagerness to keep everyone at the motel. It all reeks of manipulation. Something darker is clearly at play. Privately, Floyd and Shirley confirm what we've been suspecting. They're not just creepy hosts, they're deeply involved in something occult. However, there's a twist. They didn't kill Hemingway. Someone else beat them to it. That shakes them. If someone else is continuing the ritual they tried to complete years ago, they may not be in control of what's coming next. They speak of Caitlin, who is meant to be a ritual sacrifice to open a gateway to release Baphomet. Apparently, the ritual requires 9 victims, and they're keeping track. Hemingway's death wasn't theirs, but it still counts. And now, they need to figure out who's picking off people before they do. Fear, friction, and freakouts. While Floyd and Shirley scheme, the rest of the group tries to cope. Ruby and Portia head to the basement to clean up, though emotionally, their relationship is breaking down fast. Portia lashes out, blaming Ruby for dragging them into this nightmare with her unhealthy true crime obsession. Her love for Ruby has curdled into something bitter, and Ruby, while clearly shaken, isn't ready to let go. Elsewhere, Crow and Andy have a heart-to-heart. Andy admits he's terrified. He's convinced he's next in this horror story. Crow, always a bit of a wild card, tries to offer reassurance. He tells Andy he's afraid too, but he won't just sit and wait to die. He's going to run to town and get help. It's reckless, but it's brave. As Crow bolts into the rain-soaked woods, Shirley notices and orders Floyd to go stop him. They can't afford to lose a potential sacrifice. The ritual demands blood, and Crow going AWOL could derail everything. The cult tightens its grip. Meanwhile, Blake finds himself in a disturbingly intimate situation. Adriana seduces him, but the encounter quickly takes a dark turn. She handcuffs him and then cuts him across the forearm before proceeding to have sex with him. The line between seduction and ritual begins to blur. It's deeply uncomfortable, but very intentional. Whatever Adriana is doing, it's part of something bigger, something darker. Elsewhere, Shirley finds Kawayan, the tortured artist of the group, spiraling. He's lost faith in himself after witnessing Hemingway's death. Shirley sees an opportunity and leans into it. She tells him that to truly create, to make art that matters, he needs to experience the darkest parts of himself. That includes killing. It's manipulation, pure and simple, but Kawayan is vulnerable enough to consider it. The murder that changes everything. Night falls, and the tension in the motel reaches its peak. Crow returns from the woods, shaken from a tense encounter with a wolf and a confrontation with Floyd. Andy catches up to them just in time to defuse things. Still, Crow knows in his gut that Floyd is dangerous and warns Andy to stay close. Later that night, things take a tragic turn. Portia, sleeping beside Ruby, is murdered in her sleep. Ruby wakes to find her lover's lifeless body next to her, blood soaking the sheets. Her scream echoes through the motel, chilling and raw. And in that moment, everything shifts. We now know Ruby isn't the killer. She was asleep when Portia was murdered, which means someone else is still lurking among them. Another killer, another cultist, another link in this deadly ritual. Who's the real killer? As the episode ends, it becomes clear that Floyd and Shirley aren't acting alone. Someone else is killing too. Someone who isn't part of the motel staff. That mystery makes everything more disturbing. There's a theory hinted at in the episode. What if Hemingway isn't really dead? What if he faked his death and is now continuing the ritual on his own terms? After all, he was a little too obsessed with the grotesque. His food was weirdly unsettling, and his behavior always leaned toward unhinged. Maybe he's the one picking people off in the shadows. The truth is, this motel is crawling with secrets, and not all of them are wearing name tags behind the front desk. Final thoughts. Hellfire Rising. While Hell Motel clearly has a limited budget, simple transitions, minimal effects, it's making the most of its eerie setting and character-driven tension. Episode 2 expands the world in all the right ways. It gives us new layers to Ruby and Portia's relationship, fleshes out Crow and Andy's growing bond, and adds some terrifying new wrinkles to the cult subplot. The series is playing its cards carefully. We're slowly uncovering just how many people are in on this ritual, and just how far they're willing to go to open the portal to hell. The horror isn't just in the violence or the deaths. It's in the realization that no one is safe, and nothing is what it seems. Episode 2 proves that Hell Motel isn't just relying on cheap scares. It's building a mythos, one bloody room at a time.